Neon poles in the midnight air. Wires hum like they know you're there. Echoes ride through the circuit tide. We drift, we move, electrified. Whoa, whoa,
Big up to everyone that is tuned in. Um, Today will be a very throwback-esque sort of stream. I used to do streams without my camera, and today I'm gonna have to do that again, sadly. But drama at Molineux, there's a lot to be positive about. 4 wins from 4 in the Premier League as well, and Rosenior Ball was able to get the job done on this occasion as well. So there's a lot to be positive about. There's some negatives, and I'm going to discuss that as well. But yes, Chelsea were able to get the job done, get the 3 points, and all thanks to Joao Pedro's goals, to Joao Pedro's assists, Palmer's goals. My head is not working right now, and yeah, happy days. So thank you very much for tuning in. Uh, it's gonna be very interesting to see what I'll do in this stream because I don't know, man. I'm not really sure what to do. Uh, but yeah, man, absolutely fantastic result. Very ecstatic with what ended up happening, and Chelsea got the job done, which is the most important thing at the end of the day. Yep. So let me just do this. All right, let me just do this quickly. I need to just rectify something. I'm having some technical difficulties today. I'm not sure what's going on, but I think they should be able to work. Let me try something. Okay, that's not what I wanted to do. Right, perfect. This I think this will have to work. Um, but yeah, Chelsea got the job done. Bear with me. Let me just quickly do something. Uh, right. Just wanting to get this up so I can look at the statistics. All right. See. So let's do this. So I'm gonna share this now. As we know, game ended. Wolves won, Chelsea 3. So yeah, let's do this. I'm just gonna share the link. I'm gonna share a link to the panel so I can get some other people to come on and give their thoughts. She will not be a long one, maybe 1 hour long. Let's see. Just gonna send out the link. Just bear with me. All right, so cool. So I've sent the link out there. I'm just gonna see if there's anybody that will be joining. Won't be stream for too long. May just be an hour. Um, but yeah, let me just see what I can do. Uh, just want to see what I can do in this sense. All right. So I've sent a link out back to the business. So, okay, so let's look at the stats. This is gonna be okay. I don't know why this is so okay. I know what this. I know what's going on. Okay, so some technical difficulties today, but Ah, first statistic is this. Ball possession, 33% to Wolves and 67% to Chelsea. That is the first statistics that I'm seeing right here. Um, then there's the XG that says 3.16 for Chelsea and 1.09 for Wolves. 11 total shots for Wolves and 15 for Chelsea. 3 shots on target from Wolves, 6 from Chelsea. 1 big chances from Wolves and 6 from Chelsea. 0 big chances missed for Wolves and 3 big chances missed for Chelsea. According to FootMob, 84% accuracy in passing today for Wolves, 93% for Chelsea in that accuracy for passing. 294 of those passes were accurate for Wolves, and 687 were accurate for Chelsea. 9 fouls committed from Wolves, 10 from Chelsea, 3 corners for Wolves, 4 for Chelsea. Yep, we go there. We see the one that hit the woodwork was a key one for Wolves. 4 block shots, 3 shots on target. As we mentioned there, you can see that. And then you can see the components there as well. So Cole Power with a 9.5 star rating. To be fair, I don't think he really had that great of a game. I mean, he got a hat trick, which is good, 2 penalties and a perfectly timed run into the box to smash it into the top net of the goal in that first half. But yeah, his 3 goals were the ones that kept Chelsea from losing, obviously. And Wolves, of course, getting their goal 9 minutes into the second half, but nothing else after that. Yep. So that's that. So yeah, man. So yeah, I mean it's wasn't the greatest sort of game, especially the second half. Second half became very dull. Very, very dull second half. Nonetheless, Chelsea did their best. But yeah, just seeing if anybody's gonna be joining so we can have a more diverse conversation about the match. So, okay, so I see that somebody has said Joao Pedro is the man of the match. Very interesting. I would love if they can explain why that is. But yeah, so 1%, one vote, 100% for Joao Pedro so far, I should say. Yeah, just sending out the link to see if anybody else is interested in joining, and then we can proceed from there as well. So let me just do this quickly. Just gonna do this quickly. Alrighty, that's that. Mm. All right, so somebody in the chat has said something. Joe won the pens. He was my man of the match. Fair enough. Fair enough. Big up to you. You look like you're a new person. Says Yan Carr. Big up to you. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you've subscribed to the channel as well. But thank you very much for joining. So yeah, very much so. Fair enough. Fair play. Fair play. As I said, just trying to see if I can share the link to persons to see if they are able to join so we can have a more diverse conversation about this. So we're 50 minutes into the stream now, but I just want to quickly do this. Bear with me. Yes, just sorry about the delay. Sorry for being so quiet. I'm just trying to ensure I share the link out to people as well. Yeah. All right. So let's see what will happen here. All right. So back to the business. So yeah, as we see here, we see that these are where the goals took place. Penalties, we know that for a fact. Yeah. You know what? I'm going to go support my good friend and brother Chelsea Perspectives website. Let me use the website instead. I'm sure the website would offer better service. Let's see. All right. Okay, perfecto. So let me use this. I'm gonna use this instead. So shout out to Chelsea Perspective, lovely feature on his website. Fantastic from Coachella. So I'm just gonna use this because I think it's best to support his sort of website offerings with this fantastic work here. Love it. So you can see here it says Armstrong scored in the 54th minute for Wolves. Palmer scored 30th minute, penalty 35th minute. Penalty again, that was won by Joao Pedro. Cole Palmer with completing his hat trick 3 minutes later, with Kukure getting the assist. Kukure also got a yellow card. Armstrong got a yellow card as well. So the two players that got assists got a yellow card as well. Then we had Chan, who had to be substituted in that first half. Looked like he picked up a knock, sadly. Santos is a big concern for Chelsea. He was down. Hopefully he's not injured, but had to replace Tim. Doherty was substituted. He gave away the penalty, the first penalty, of course, with that tackle on Joao Pedro in the 11th minute, I should say, and Palmer scored in the 13th. Gomez also came off. Lima and Bellegarde came on. Pong came on for Gusto. Dilap came on for Pedro. Garnacho came on for Cole Palmer. So that is the situation there. Great. So love that. That's why she supports the good the Closely Perspectives website in that sense. So let me look at the statistics. Okay, not what I want to see. So Joao Pedro, the top scorer, 12 goals. Enzo Fernandez with 11, Cole Palmer with 8, Pedro Neto, that is, 7 goals, Estival 6. Team goals 77, 52 team assists. Wow. 4 red cards, 89 yellow cards. That's a lot. That is a lot of yellow cards, man. Let's look at this. So 53 points, season progress, 53 points, 53 goals finished, and 29 goals against. I love this. I love this on Chelsea Perspective, our website, the ChelseaPerspective.com website. Wow, I like this. This is a very good feature, man. This looks good. But yeah, that's the situation there. I like this. This is a nice feature, to be fair. Fair play to coach, man. Fair play. I like this. This looks really nice, man. So I like this. It says the Golden Boot race, all competitions combined. So 12 goals. combination, 12 goals, 34 appearances, 12 goals for Pedro. He's leading the line right there. Enzo Fernandez is on 11, just one goal behind. Palmer, Neto, Garnacho. Wow. And then we see this discipline watch. 32 appearances, 10 yellow cards. Enzo Fernandez with 9, Estiva with 7, Kukre with 7, Santos with 7. We see attacking statistics. I like this. This is a beautiful feature, man. Love it. Fantastic. Fantastic. So yeah, that is the statistics. But yeah, man, as I've said, we've ended up seeing a situation here where, of course, Chelsea got the goals in the first half. Second half, they didn't really do much. And fair play. I mean, considering the fact that you're leading, they didn't really see the need, I guess, to really bluster, you know, bluster the goals that they've scored, which is kind of odd in my opinion, but it is what it is. To be fair, it is what it is. To be fair, but yeah, that was the situation essentially in that game. But as I said, I really love this on the ChelseaPerspective.com website. It's really fantastic to see. Can't lie, looks really nice, lovely. Um, but yeah, man, fair play. Still only one vote on the poll. Want to see if anybody else will join to give us their thoughts on that as well. But that was the situation. Um, okay, let's see. So, Bobby, welcome, Bobby. What do you have to say about
Hey,
the
big
match?
up.
And how are you doing? Yeah,
Yeah, I wasn't impressed with this with the second half. I guess the only thing that
yeah,
convinced me in the second half is that I'm convinced that Garnacho has got to go. That I'm 100% convinced of now. But the second half wasn't convincing. Maybe they were tired. Maybe they just wanted to see out the game. Who knows? But 3 points is 3 points, three vital points, and we march on. We needed to win today, for sure.
yeah, definitely. And considering the fact that, of course, Manchester United got the win over Tottenham, it really
Mm,
was important to get that win. So we're 1 point behind them. We're fifth as well. Of course, Liverpool play tomorrow against City, but even if they were to win, we'd still remain fifth. Based on the points, because the teams below us have fluctuated in terms of results. So yeah, it really is,
yeah,
as
it's
you said,
very
we needed
important.
to win today. Yeah,
Yeah.
go on.
No, it's very important we won today. It wasn't a game against a team that we could afford to slip up, and thankfully we didn't. As I said, the second half, I don't know what happened. There just seemed to be a loss of energy. I don't know what's happened to Reece James. I don't know
Yeah,
what the situation is with Andre Santos either. But against Leeds, when are we playing Leeds? Wednesday? We need to beef up
Tuesday.
that
I think it's
midfield
Tuesday
still.
actually.
Or Tuesday, even sooner. We need to have that midfield um, intact. We really do. Because you know how they play. and we can't keep stuttering because of energy. Maybe, I don't know if it's a game that they would like to try Mamadou Sarr and then maybe move one of the defenders into midfield. I would personally like to see Achipong in midfield. Um, if he doesn't want to do that, he could well move Fafana in there, because just somebody to hold alongside Caicedo, which is what Andre Santos was doing today. But look, we've got to be happy with the
Yeah,
win. We've got to be happy with that, but we still need to do better.
yeah, definitely. And that's the biggest thing. And as you said, not sure what happened in that second half, but it's like things just went. It was a tale of two halves. What the first half, we weren't really excellent in that second half, but we were all over Wolves in that first half, and the great work from Pedro winning the two penalties really showed that, because he kept being a nuisance to Wolves defense, and Doherty, of course, couldn't do anything but bring him down for that first penalty that he won. And then I don't know what the defender, I don't remember his name, was doing for that second one. He just pushed Joao Pedro and gave away that another penalty. But how did you say Cole Palmer played? Of course, he got a hat trick, but what did you say about his overall performance other than the goals? Yeah, I didn't realize Bobby left. Um, but right, yeah, I mean, as Bobby was saying, it really is a solid point. It was a tale of two half, as I was saying. Of course, we saw a situation where first half we were all over them, but this is what Liam Rosenior has said in regards to Reece James. So let's see. Share this instead. So okay, I don't know if you guys can see it. Let me see if I've okay. I think you should be able to see it. Um, yeah, right. So Liam Rosenior has says he's so close. He should be fit for Tuesday. It's not a major problem at all. It's a knock. It's a pain management issue. He was doing running yesterday. Okay, fair enough. So that is some if you can call it an update on why Reece James wasn't playing. That should explain it. But here it is. As you see, a hat trick on his 100th start. Okay, so 100th start. So it's not his 100th appearance, his 100th start. Right. So 52 goals, I think it is, for him in total for Chelsea, no competitions. But yeah, two people are watching. Please drop a like on the stream if you haven't already, and please vote on the poll so I can see your thoughts on who you think was the man of the match. So thank you very much. But I'll be right back. Just bear with me. I'll just do this and I'll come back. Be right back. Okay, right. So as we've said, that was the situation as well. Just want to just quickly do this. Okay, perfect. Um, but yeah, man, wanted to see if I could get somebody else's thoughts on the game. Few people are watching. Please vote on the poll so I can know your thoughts, man. It's been very quiet. I know that probably you guys are just listening to hear what I have to say, or probably just listen to the stream. But please vote on the poll so I can know what you think. Let's have some sort of interactions. Surely he can do that. I know Jan has says that his man of the match is Joao Pedro, so I'm taking that he's the one that decided to vote on the poll. Um, but yeah, let me know, man. Let me know what you think about the game. Of course, we heard from Bobby. We heard Bobby's thoughts. But I want to hear from somebody else as well. And for those in the chat, can I do that? Right. See. So yeah, that's the situation. Um. Okay. So just taking a look at the poll to see if anybody else has voted on the poll. So far, nothing. But we move. Um. Okay. Okay. So let me see if there's anything else. Okay. So Liam Rosenior had this to say. He says it can't really get any better, can it? In terms of the Premier League, when you come into a new job at a big club, you want to make a good start. I think we've done that. I think we've got much more to go, which is very exciting. So this is it. So Brentford win, Crystal Palace win, West Ham win, Wolves win. 4 Premier League wins in a row under Liam Rosenior. Happy days, man. Absolutely happy days. And we see here it says not an impressive run. Let's be honest. That's what somebody has said here. This says Liam Rosenior phenomenal. A certain manager would have drawn one and lost one. Not going to say anything about that. Not going to throw any shades at anybody. Nice victory, but we were very underwhelming in the second half. Palmer and Joao Pedro were on fire, according to that Chelsea fan. 3 points in the bag. Next up, Leeds. Yeah, that game is on Tuesday. Let me just go back over to my good friend coach's website here. I says so Tuesday, February 10. That'll be 14:30 local kickoff. This will be at Stamford Bridge. So Chelsea will be going back at home after, of course, having matches away from home recently. So they'll be playing at Stamford Bridge on Tuesday in the week. So let's in the coming week, that is. So yeah, very much positive. So we'll go back to see what else is being said. This is, of course, from the Chelsea FC account on X. You know, I think this is the second penalty, if anything. And of course, we have haters saying penalty FC. And it's cold outside. Yeah, it's cold. It's very cold for me right now, actually. So I can share the sentiment there. But that is that. Let me see if there's anything else here. Let's see. I'm gonna repost my own tweet. So Cole Palmer sets 2 records in the Blues win at Wolves. So let me just go over to the website to read this. So Cole Palmer netted the first half hat-trick to help the Blues overcome Wolverhampton Wanderers 3-1 this afternoon, and in the process set 2 new Chelsea records. Palmer broke the deadlock at Molineux in the 12th minute, converting a penalty after Matt Doherty had brought down Joao Pedro. The England international's second goal also arrived from the spot, again after Joao Pedro had been fouled inside the Wolves penalty area. Palmer's third came in open play as he finished a wonderfully executed team move. It had started with goalkeeper Robert Sanchez before the ball was moved out to Enzo Fernandez. He advanced and found the underlapping Arokodare, whose cutback was emphatically finished by our number 10. And there you can see they're celebrating the completion of his hat-trick against Wolves. So Palmer's treble put us firmly in control of the game and ultimately helped us make it 4 successful Premier League wins under Liam Rosenior. It also ensured he further added his name to the Chelsea and Premier League record books. Palmer is now the only player in Premier League history to score 3 hat-tricks in the first half of a match, the others coming against Everton and Brighton and Hove Albion. He has also scored more Premier League hat-tricks, 4, than any Chelsea player, surpassing Blue legends Didier Drogba, Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank, and Frank Lampard, who all netted 3. So congratulations to Cole Palmer. That is a beautiful, very beautiful from Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer has really been the greatest. And I really wanted to have gotten the thoughts of Bobby. So for those in the chat, what would you say about Cole Palmer's performance other than the hat-trick? Would you say that he was doing good in the game? Let me know what you think in that sense. So I take the time to just check what else is being said here. All right, so this is what Liam Rosenior had said as well. So Liam Rosenior, Cole loves playing football. I love watching not just him, the whole team. When they're in the mood and when they do the right thing and their mentality is right, they're an outstanding group of players. Palmer shines, but the team shines brighter. A collective force that only rises when focus, hunger, and spirit align. This is not mere football, it is excellence forged in motion. I love what that says. Beautiful. I love this, man. I love this. I'm gonna repost this tweet. That's this reply. Very beautifully said. And I think I need to give an applause for that as well. Lovely, lovely sort of statement. That's yeah, man. Very lovely statement there from this person on X called the Only Planet or Planet. But yeah, so record broken as we saw here. And then the Premier League X account says Palmer again, ole ole. The Chelsea FC star has a first half hat trick against Wolves. So up to Joyce, Joe says Cole Palmer is the first player in the Premier League history to score 3 hat tricks in the first half of a match. Crazy, man. He's living the best life. Living his best life, man. Living his best life for sure. But yeah, as I said, this is not going to be a long stream. Not really much to discuss. To be fair, we've discussed some things which I think is very lovely, and I think has really set the tone. Of course, I'm planning to do a Chelsea women's stream tomorrow. All things going well. So of course that may also be a reason why I'm not really streaming long today because I really want to just get that out tomorrow. But yeah, so I'm gonna stream for about 23 more minutes or so, and then we will just end. Not really much to discuss. This game doesn't really change anything really. We do know that in terms of the opposition, they're really struggling. They're 20th, so this is something to go all over the top and be saying madness and all that. So I'm not going to be losing my head or anything like that over this result. Simple as that. But yeah, man. All right, so let me just share this because this is an interesting thing about the top of the top three situation. So this is from Vince or Blue Footy. Says Austin Villa have been dragged into this top 5 race. We're just 4 points behind them. Things change quickly in this league. Very much so. Vince is right. Things can change rapidly and quickly. And that is the situation as well. 100%. Things change rapidly. For sure. Most definitely. Um, I'll be right back again. Just bear with me. Just gonna do this. All right, so back to the matter at hand. Just gonna just do this and that. All right, so we go back to this. Chelsea smelling blood. Funny. So Vince also says this: your honest thoughts on the overall performance in the game. So since nobody's commenting here, I'm gonna look at what is being said in the comments so that we can just run off the stream based on what we see online. So first half was 100% masterpiece. Everything you need in attacking football: exchanges, 1-2s, recovery, through passes, excellent on the ball, even greater without it. It was basically over in the first half. Second half shows a work in progress. It's early, great days ahead. Lovely statement from CFC Insight, and I believe that deserves an applause. 2 people are watching. Drop a like on the stream. Vote on the poll so I can know what you think. But this comment deserves an applause. Yeah, 100% deserves an applause. But yeah, man. Move on. So second half was shocking. Getting pinned back by Wolves is something. That's another insight and thoughts being shared. So just praying Santos isn't injured. Chalobah should have been more aware of the near post threat. Could have had a clean sheet easily. Solid performance, except that 5 minutes when Wolves dominated us. I agree with Zeke there. Blues for Life says Cole Palmer is the first player in Premier League history to score 3 first half hat tricks, and we see that, which is what we read earlier. Done and dusted in on to the next. It was an almost 100% controlled game. Wolves didn't really stand a chance, although there were some shaky moments from us. Still a decent win. I just think we could have got more goals if you were clinical. 100%. Good win. Great to have Premier League. Great to have Palmer. I don't know why I'm saying Premier League. Something's wrong with me. Great to have Palmer scoring again. I don't know what happened in the second half, but it was terrible. Please, we should never have Garnacho, Delap, and Nets on the pitch at the same time again. That's what Smith Bolt has said. And also Bobby shared the sentiment about Garnacho needs to leave. Man, he's a odd one. Very odd situation with him, to be fair. We aren't playing very well and looking dominant. It's worrying. We may get the wins against some teams, but against stronger opponents, we'll most likely lose. Any team that maintains constant intensity and keeps the ball more causes us a lot of problems we need to improve. 100%. There's always room for improvement. I'm going to have to give this an applause as well. 100%. I agree with this tweet very much so. We aren't playing very well, but you won't always play very well. Let me see what this person said in reply to this. So that's why we consistently lose to Leeds, because they maintain a constant level of intensity. Let's see what else is being said here. That's why we constantly drew 3 times against Crystal Palace on the Maresca, but beat them 3-1 on the Rosenior. Makes sense. Chelsea Godfather. Oh, I need to follow Chelsea Godfather, man. This is another account, so of course I have to do it here. Anyways, says the improvements are evident. By the time the UCL round of 16 comes around, Chelsea should have clicked into the Rosenior tactics. Hopefully, that's the hope. For sure, that's what we hope for. We can only hope. Looking at the poll to see if anybody has voted. Please vote on the poll if you haven't already. It will go a very long way, so I can know your thoughts on the situation as well. Kindly do so. All right, so let's go look at the rest of these. We have about maybe around 8 more minutes that I'll be screaming for. Not really much to discuss, and not many people are here to really expand the conversation as well. So let's move on. The best part of the game is that Pom was able to get 3 goals. That'll do a lot of good to his confidence and fitness. 100%. There was a drop in quality and intensity in the second half. Some players became exhausted. All the same, it was a good performance away from home. I think we reserve our energy in the second half, but in all, nice game management. Allowing 10-man Wolves trouble you much in the second half was worrying, but credit to the boys. Stepped foot off the gas, or basically took the foot off the gas in the second half. You could understand. It's been back-to-back games since the festive season. Players are naturally tired. More reasons I wish the changes were made early for the substitutes to impact the game. All the same, 3 points back, a good job done. Fair enough. Fair enough there, 100%. So it is. The clean sheet is gone, but the 3 points are coming back to London. Who was at fault for the Wolves goal, or was it just a great header? That's a question I really wanted an answer to. Nobody has replied, but that's all right. We move. But yeah, let's go to this. Observe the bad start, turn it around, created plenty to score 2 to 3 goals in the first. Decent game management in the second. Still, okay, what's this? Still need to work on set piece and long through defense. 100% agree with that. We need to do that for sure. Okay, so Newcastle have scored against Brentford. That game is going on right now. But yeah, let me know. So who would you blame for that Wolves goal? Or was it just a great header, or should Wolves just be getting credit for it as well? That's my question. Let me know. Let me know what you think about that. So the Wolves are going to start to win. The players they added made a big difference. We got a little lucky to be honest. But 3 points are 3 points up the Chelsea, 100%. 100% agree with that for sure. I 100% agree with that. Right, so let's just go down here, see if there's any other comments that is there. Looking at the poll now. So we have two votes now. So Cole Palmer. So 50-50. So Cole Palmer has gotten the man of the match here from somebody else. Not sure who that is, but big up to you. Thank you very much for voting on the poll. 50, so it's 50-50 now in terms of that component. All right, so let's see what else we can look at here. Let's see. Um, uh, hmm. All right, so yep, that's it. Let's see. All right, so I'm just looking at this, trying to see if there's anything else I can look at before running off the stream. But not much. Not seeing much. All right, so going back to this, it says, can we talk about Chalobah? All right, okay. I don't know what I just pressed a while ago. Chalobah can never cease to amaze me. His IQ is 0. Wow. For a player that have played with top players, Thiago Silva, Rudiger, and many more, he really needs to leave. I have only one response to this, and it's this. Yeah, so that is my response to that one. That's a wild thing to say. But yeah, he's been very shaky in the last few games for sure. But I have to laugh to that one. So his first half was awesome. The combination of Moy Caicedo, Andre Santos, Cole Palmer, and Enzo Fernandez was perfect. And in the second half, we lost the momentum. We left too much space and made it easy for Wolves to dominate the middle part. Yeah, we had a little sloppy part there. Big up to you, my boss. He says, big up Ty. I'm happy with the win. Cole Palmer with the hat trick. Up the shows, as always. Up the tie. Up to you. Big up to you as well, my boss. And I'm gonna have to give you applause for that. Yes, thank you very much. Big up to you. So Babas, who do you see? This question is a question I've been asking, and you're here. So let me see what you have to say. So, the clean sheet is gone, but the 3 points are coming back to London. Who was at fault for the Wolves goal? So, who do you say was at fault for that Wolves goal, Babas? Let me know what you think. Look at the poll. So the 67% says that Cole Palmer is their man of the match. I'm assuming that Mabas is one of those persons. So who would you say was at fault for that goal? Let me know. Let me know, Bas. But I'm gonna go back to reading the comments that I'm seeing, the replies to this tweet that I was looking at. So great game overall. Neto has to do better. Palmer could have scored up to 5 goals if he had made simple pass. Also, why didn't Estevao get a single minute? Yeah, that's an interesting one. If he doesn't start against Leeds, it's gonna be an odd situation. Confident and energy saving, not giving Wolves much chances, controlling the game confidently, good performance in spite of boring second half. Yep. I think this is a very solid reply. So defense was at fault for not helping Sanchez. That's what Babas says. Says if Arsenal is on a 6.5 year project, at least win something. Don't say the project is successful and not win any trophies. It's a fact. So I mean, if they don't win the league this season, which would be very shocking if they don't, in my opinion, then I think they should sack Arteta. I'm sorry, he's had way too long of a chance. If he doesn't, so for the first 6 years of the project, at least win something. That is a message to Arsenal. Yeah, fair enough. I get what you mean. But yeah, that is the situation there. So let me just go back to ChelseaPerspective.com to look at the statistics again. Yeah. Yep. Right. So just 10 minutes left of the stream. Not really much to discuss, as I've said. Not many people have tuned in as well today, so not really anything to keep me here for too long on this occasion. Nonetheless, I am very much ecstatic about the situation with the match, 100%. Um, but yeah, two people are watching. For the other person watching, please let you know your thoughts. Who was your man of the match, and also what do you have to say as well? Let me know. I wanna hear your thoughts. Want to get some opinions raving here today, please. Thank you. Um, but yeah, that's what I have to say basically. Alrighty, let me just quickly just sort out this situation here, and then I will just do something else as well. Right, I need to put this in the playlist that I usually have. Um, hmm. Right, so just looking to see if there's anything else. So far, I've seen nothing. Just sending a link to somebody that says they want to join for the last 5 minutes. But yeah, so this is Chelsea Perspectives website. So you guys can see it better. I'm gonna do this. Beautiful website. I love this website for sure. It's a really good thing that he's added for sure. It's really good. Love it. Absolutely love what he's done. Um, I'm sure. Uh, I don't. I can't say I'm sure, but I don't think he's watching right now. But absolutely love this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful from him. Yeah, I see you coming, my boss. Just quickly doing something. I'll come back to this. Just give me a minute. All right. So my boss says Thai Chelsea fans would be angry if Chelsea didn't win trophies 6 years into the project. Abramovich would have sacked Arteta if he didn't win anything 5 to 6 years into the project. It's a fact. Yeah, I mean he won the FA Cup against Chelsea as well. In that half period that he got, of course, project restart. After the whole, you know what I'm talking about. That really caused a pause in football overall and paused the world in a sense. The whole world was shut down. That was the case. Bobby's back. Yeah, welcome back, boy.
Hi, Ty. Sorry, I had
Yeah,
to come and change device. My phone was running out of juice, and whenever someone calls, it just cuts me out completely if I'm using it. So where were we?
yeah.
Where's the
Right.
what's the
I didn't realize that you left. I was just asking you the goal that we conceded. I was asking who would you say was at fault for that goal?
well, we could see it coming, couldn't we? The
Yeah.
whole play was lousy at that point. They weren't really getting forward. They weren't even getting towards the Wolves goal. It just seemed they were playing. Every second ball was going to Wolves. This is what I don't understand. He changed Cole Palmer. Okay, maybe he looked a bit weary, and maybe he's trying to save him to get him 100% fit. Um,
To be fair, I mean, two penalties and a goal. Well, we can't complain. A penalty is a goal. But apart from that, we weren't fantastic in the first half, albeit we were the better team. But then, their goal was scrappy. It shouldn't have been allowed. It was just a failure from the defensive midfield to the defense. I won't blame the goalkeeper. But, it is what it is. It's happened. Jarell Hatto is an interesting one for me. He's clearly a player in development. He's now being trusted a bit more. So he shows moments, and I'll just use the word moments of efficiency. But apart from that, it's going to be a bit of a journey with him to really find out what he's all about. I'm not saying he's to blame for the goal. He wasn't even on the pitch. But I just wanted to add that to when Rosenior felt he needed to do something more in midfield because Andre Santos was struggling. He was right to do that by bringing on Hato. But did Hato really make that much difference? I'd like to hear your opinion because I'm not too sure.
Yeah, and I've been looking at X in terms of what people were seeing, and some people were seeing that in terms of the substitutions, at the timing of the substitutions. Because I'm gonna go back to looking at the Chelsea Perspective website to see when he came on as well. Um, but yeah, I mean, he came on. I think it was as you said, Hato came on. I think it was for Santos. When he came on, it was close to 90 minutes approaching, and of course, as you said, he's a player that appears to be in going through development, and of course, that's the case. He's very young. He's 19, 20, I think. So, of course, he's also adapting to the league. But he didn't really add much. Santos came off, and when Santos came off, you could really see that control in that midfield area with Caicedo really dropped off massively. So yeah, I think he's a player that needs time and he needs minutes as well, and he's getting more minutes than he was prior to Rosenio. So that is a positive. But yeah, as you said, there's a player in there, but in terms of when he came on for Santos, there wasn't really much of a difference or any improvement because for me, I think at least when he came on, uh, he didn't really have enough time to really get comfortable in the game. And sometimes when you've not played prior, you've played throughout a game and you come on, the tempo to really match the tempo, you need around probably 5 to 10 minutes. And he didn't really have that luxury because it was a case where Wolves were trying to get goals back to at least try to get a draw after scoring in that second half. But yeah, he's one that I think needs time. Pong, I think you'd probably say that he didn't really have much impact on the game, but considering when he came on, um, that's understandable as well.
Yeah. Um, uh, I don't want to blame Hato. He's 19 years old. He is developing, trying to get used to the league. We're still learning what he's all about. He's just about a left back. He's certainly not a centre back, not in the Premier League. He's not big enough. But he's just about a left back, but he needs a lot of protection as a left back from midfield and from the left winger. And with Garnacho on the field, he would never get that. It seems curious to me that every time he's on the field, Garnacho's on the field as well. That's not helpful.
Mm.
And I don't think it's fair on him. But at least he didn't make the midfield any worse. Whereas Garnacho made the left wing horrible. I don't understand the player. He can't beat his man. He can't defend. He can't shoot. He can't head the ball. What is the point? What is the point of Alejandro Garnacho? I don't understand. We've got Diego Moreira, who rightfully we sent him to develop in Strasbourg. We sold him for a poultry feed to Strasbourg. And boy, has he developed. My premise here is okay, if you don't want to spend big money on a left winger and you can't seem to find anybody that will suit you, well, go and bring him. He's at your sister club. Bring Morera, juice them with some money and bring him. I know it can't happen in until the summer. You bring him and he will play that side that is so lacking. He can play left back, so he's able to defend. Um, he can play apparently in midfield. He can play left wing, and he has played with Rosenior before. I don't understand this persistence with Garnacho. I get it. Maybe there's nobody, and with all the nobody else, and with all the money spent, they want to make good on the investment. But sometimes you have to hold your hand up, and just say, okay, it's a mistake. Um, um, he's got to go. Trouble is, we're at the business end of the season, and you can't actually tell him that because you don't need that disharmony in the dressing room. So the only thing I see with this player is one horrendous mistake all round. It's awful. He comes on, and we're going to lose something. And if you followed some of my tweets on X, I said, well, Rosenior has brought Chelsea down to 10 men because that's what we play when we have Garnacho on the field.
Yeah, I mean, he was really struggling to beat his man, as you said. He did probably like two good things. He cleared the ball for when Wolves had a chance, and then he tried to run down the left side, and he didn't really have much of an impact. But yeah, as you mentioned, Diego Moreira, Vince on X was saying this a couple of days ago that he went from being a Leon flop to one of the best wingers in League in less than 2 years. And as you said, a lot of that was testament to the way that Rosenior used him. And of course, Gary O'Neill has been reaping the benefits and rewards of course, the application that Rosenior used with him. Um, and of course, I know lots of people were saying that Chelsea signed him, and then of course it was a case where they sold him. But he's playing very very good right now. He's playing very much as a mature footballer. Um, and he's 21, so he's very young, and he would fit that age bracket. I think there's a buyback clause. I don't know if it's um present now, or if you're able to trigger it in the summer. I'm not sure of the whole contractual agreement thing with the buyback, but I know that there was some talk about some buyback clause. But I think in terms of versatility, he's a good player. And Rosenior, as you said, knows him. So I think if we were to see that opportunity to, maybe I don't know, swap Gittins or Garnacho, and send him to Strasbourg, whatever the case may be, and get him in, I think that would be a plus for sure. I know Valentin Barco is one of the players that people are very high on as well. I saw something about loaning out or probably doing a swap deal with Dario Zugo and Garnacho or Gittins, and getting in Moreira and Valentin Barco, because I think he can play as a left back, also a midfielder. So I don't know what you think about that, but those are options for sure.
The truth of the matter, Ty, is that they are at our sister club. They're ours basically. They're just at Chelsea 2.0, really. Doing a deal to bring them over, it would be ridiculous if it wasn't possible. We just pay some money to ourselves, as it were, and we switch them. They were there to develop, and they are developing, and they've reached that point, which is the whole process of the project, that when you get to become the cream of the crop, you come over to Chelsea Football Club. Now, as far as I'm concerned, I know they won't like it, but Garnacho in particular, who is a developing player, could do worse than go to Strasbourg. He might say, oh, why did I leave playing Champions League football in Dortmund to go to Strasbourg? Well, there's value in that. But mate, you sure ain't ready to play for Chelsea, that's for sure. Garnacho, I don't believe will ever be ready. I saw him in the flesh at the bridge against West Ham, and he was dreadful. I've seen him today, and he's dreadful. I've been watching him all season. He's given us nothing. Yeah, he scored a couple of goals, but just nothing. He gives us nothing. Um, my answer to him would be to sell him. Trouble is now we would have to sell him at a loss because some clever clog somewhere decided they were going to spend 40 million on him. Outrageous. But there we are. He's a mistake. There's no getting away from it. He's a mistake. And the sooner we recognize it as such and put him on the market, the better the solution for the left side. But sadly, there's going to be a loss of money there because anybody coming in will see that he's a mistake. And his head is so full of himself, he won't accept that he's not a top club player. You know, he's the kind of player you expect at Leeds or Bournemouth or with all Brentford, with all due respect to them. That's his level. If there, he'll even struggle in those teams. Then, other than that, you know, to play abroad, maybe the German league will give him more space to run into, or the Dutch league, definitely. But he'll feel he's too much for at least the Dutch league, which is very sad. So what we've done is yet again invested in another problem. Got rid of the problem of Sterling. Now we're on a collision course with Garnacho because he can't stay at Chelsea with this form. I'm sorry, it might not be what you want to hear, but that's how it is.
Yeah, I mean, it's I can understand the sentiment, and it is disappointing because and considering, as I said, it would be a loss even if they were willing to sell him at this time. But yeah, I mean, as with Neto, I think Neto is very close to that sort of situation as well. He offers a lot more for sure in terms of defensively dropping deep and all that. But is also a case where he looks very shaky at times. He's in terms of running, what the opposite with Garnacho and Neto is that he tries to take on his man Neto a lot more, and sometimes it may work, sometimes it doesn't. But also his passing and the pace in which he decides to make those passes is really a big issue. But as you said, we've spent 90 million on Garnacho and Gittins combined, and I don't know. I never understood it initially in the summer of last year. I wasn't for signing both of them. I said, okay, fine. If you're gonna get Gittins, let it just be Gittins. Get somebody else in a different area or trust the players that you have. And right now we see Gittins is out. Tyreek George is now on loan at Everton, and right now I think we would do good with Tyreek George because he understands the club in terms of coming through the academy, and of course we saw what happened last season when he got the chance, he took it. We're desperate for it to really make it at Chelsea, but he never got the minutes, and of course you can't blame the player. If you're not getting game time, you can't develop it. So the decision was that to let him go out on a loan, and I think there's an option to buy. So there's some sort of assurance that if they don't feel satisfied or if there's some fall through, which I don't see happening, I think he may end up going to Everton and it may trigger that option to buy. We see him go out, but I think we would have done well with a Tyreek George right now, especially with Gittins perhaps being out, which sounds like for the rest of the season with that torn hamstring issue. But yeah, it's a strange one with Garnacho. Sometimes you see him score a goal and he'll give you like a little glimpse of, okay, there's a player there. But I'm still trying to hold on to hope. Maybe it's blind hope. That he's young, so maybe he can get there. But as you said, there's not really much to go off in terms of having much trust that he'll get better than this. But you never know. If he goes to a different league, maybe he thrives tremendously. And nothing's wrong with that, to be fair.
Yeah. I don't really have anything to add to that, to be honest.
Yeah. Um, just trying to see if there's anything else. Okay, so this is from Liam Rosenior. This is what Rosenior said in his post match interview. It's about Cole Palmer, and I think it was about what you mentioned earlier, Bobby, about Cole Palmer coming off. So you're saying people question my decision making over Cole Palmer. The minutes we've played, games in less than a month, who's going to be a massive player for us for the rest of the season. So yeah, so he's basically giving an understanding of why he took him off so early, or early in some people's opinion, um,
Mm.
in that second half. But yeah, the games are coming thick and fast. Now we played on Tuesday again. We played when was it? We played on Tuesday against Arsenal prior. So it's what 4 days. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Yeah, so 4 days, and then another game on on the 10th, and then let me just check again when the next game is, and then we have another game 3 days later on Friday against Hull City in the FA Cup. So all the games are coming thick and fast. So yeah, you have to rest players, and I don't know what you have to say, especially about that second half, Bobby. But I think we saw a bit of fatigue and tiredness. Some passes were not making it to the target or who they were intended to reach to. And I don't know if it's the game, as you said, the business end of the season. A lots of games are coming very quickly, and there's only so little time in between.
Yeah, I mean, the players that were on the pitch, to be fair, I was disappointed that they got so fatigued so easily. I know there was an energy sapping game against Arsenal, but that's not this Wolves team was not a team that we were meant to struggle with at all. It was disappointing. They picked up a bit, especially when Delap came on and Josh Achimpong came on the right wing. They picked up a right back. They picked up a bit and looked a bit more threatening. But yeah, I guess it is what it is. The important thing in the Premier League is to win. And what I do like about Rosenior is his understanding of that, his understanding of being able to play differently in each game, and his understanding of the Premier League culture. It's just he needs more battlers. It's just such a shame that we have never seen anything of Lavia in the 2.5 years he's been at Chelsea. Esugo has come and has not played at all in his first year at Chelsea. These are the handicaps that we constantly carry. Um, but it is what it is. We've got another game. The games are coming thick and fast, and he's got to make sure that the players are ready. I would put, he's got some fresh legs. He's got Josh Achipong. He's still fresh. You've got Mamadou Sarr. Well, we can say he's fresh, but remember he's coming from the African Cup of Nations and the French league, so he may be trying to rest him up a little bit and get him used to his environment. But yeah, we need players with energy to take on these energy sapping games, because they will be energy sapping, especially against Leeds.
Yeah, and speaking about Leeds and the players as well, what do you have to? I don't know, and I don't want to ask you a question where you have to be speculating, but the lap. What would you probably say is going on with the lap, because the lap has been struggling. And I know in the group chat somebody was saying that it's a good thing that on the website that shows that coach has, you can't vote for you can't give player ratings for substitutions. Um, but the lap has really been struggling. He came on and he was really struggling to be a part of that game. What would you say you think at least is going on with the lap?
Sorry, I had to unmute. I didn't look at it that way. I didn't think he was struggling. Initially, he seemed a bit rusty. He needed to get into the rhythm of the game. But eventually he got into the rhythm. He was a nuisance. You know, Delap is the only out and out striker that we have. Remember that. He's not a João Pedro that drops back and collects the ball and dribbles and so on. So for who he is and what he can do, I wasn't, I didn't have a problem with it at all. In fact, I was even thinking that against Leeds, because he's such a battering ram, it might be worth putting him up there because he opens up the game and makes it a bit easier for João Pedro, or puts an energetic striker like Mark Gui, who run them into the ground, or at least bring him on in the second half. No, I have no problem with Delap. I don't think he did badly.
All right. I know a lot of people were making some complaints about some of his passing, but of course, you know, as you said, I think against Leeds, I think he may start against Leeds, possibly. I know that I think there was an experiment with Delap and João Pedro playing at the same time against Arsenal. I know some people were saying that, I don't know, because I didn't get to watch the game against Carabao in the Carabao Cup fully. But I heard some people saying he was playing on the wings. I don't know if that was true or that was
Yeah,
how it
he was
looked
on
to
the right
them.
wing because
so
we had no Gusto and we had no Reece James.
yeah, and I read something earlier about Reece James and why he wasn't playing, and I think Rosenior had said something about he picked up a knock, which I hope it's just a knock and he'll be fine. He said that he should be available for the game against Leeds on Tuesday, but I don't know, man. He was doing so well in terms of staying fit, but I don't know. Reece James is one you have to be very cautious with at the same time.
Yep, absolutely.
All right, so um, yeah, not seeing anything in the chat, so I don't know if you have anything else you want to discuss briefly. If not, I'll just end.
Yeah,
But yeah,
not at this point, Ty. It's great that you streamed. I really think it is. Unfortunately, I got interrupted and had to rush home and reconnect. But I got here in the end. It's nice to know in advance as much as possible. I know it's not always a certainty, but it's nice to know. Then one can be more prepared and be able to respond to your streams. But it's good you did stream because I think after every game, especially when we win, it's not good not to have somebody streaming from our team.
yeah, yeah.
So well
But
done.
yeah, it's always good. Yeah, it's always good, and I've always said this. When I started this channel, actually, you and DJ were the first two persons on the channel on a stream, so it's all come full circle in that sense. So it's always good to listen and also to be on the panel with you as well. So yes, thank you for joining as well.
Yeah, always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. And keep up the good work, really.
All right, so big up to my boss who was also here. He was saying a whole bunch of things. If Arsenal lose the Carabao Cup final to Man City after what Arsenal fans did to Chelsea, they were laughing at us on yeah. So all right, so that's just some Arsenal banter. But yeah, I think I've been streaming for around 80 minutes, so I think this is a good place to stop. So big up to Bobby as well, as I said before, for tuning in, and thank you to those who are tuning in and for those who voted on the poll for the man of the match. Appreciate it. And I don't know. I'll see when I'll be streaming again next. I have videos out on the channel in terms of for Emmanuel Omega and Mamadou Sarr, so people can have an understanding of what Mamadou Sarr offers, and perhaps why Liam Rosenior wanted him to come back rather than spending the money on Jeremy Jacquet. So thank you very much. Big up to you, Jesus is King. You've
Yeah.
come at a time when I'm about to end as well. You about to say something a while ago, Bobby?
We'll see you on the next one, Ty.
Yeah.
That's,
And I don't know, man. When I'm about to end the stream, people are coming.
oh, my
It's always
bastard's
happened.
come on.
Yeah, I'm
That's
telling you, man. Whenever I'm about to end the stream, people come in. This is hilarious. I want Essensio at Chelsea. Yeah. Anyways, man, I don't know, man. I was about to end the stream. But big up to Jesus is King. Um says so briefly, just quickly. I'm gonna end the stream still, but I want to get your thoughts, Jesus is King. Who is the man of the match? My boss told me he's man of the match. So who was your and you, Bobby, I didn't ask you, who was your man of the match?
Oh, that's interesting. Do you know what? I'll go with João Pedro because it's
Mhm.
because of him that we got the 2 penalties, and he
Yeah.
was lively. He's on a rich vein of form.
Yeah. But yeah, okay. So you say João Pedro. Somebody else on the poll voted for João Pedro. I know for a fact my boss is saying Cole Palmer, which fair enough. Cole Palmer scored the goals, but I think, as you said, Bobby, João Pedro did a lot of good work in terms of winning the penalties and, of course, being a nuisance. So that's very important. I'm going to read what Jesus is King is saying before in the stream because he's just coming right at the end. So Santos impressed me. He's my man of the match. Okay, so somebody else, not Cole Palmer or João Pedro. For a player we bought for 12 million, he is quality. I mean, I think this is the issue because of the inflation. I think and the price tag. I think we no longer think we can get good players for cheap. I don't know. That's a weird way to word it. I know you mean Jesus is king, but I think not because he's not 50 million or 60 million means that he can't be good. Before players were for 60 million and 100 million, you could be getting quality players for 12 million and 50 million. But anyways, I get your point. And my boss is saying up to Bobby. Make my boss a moderator. I'll consider that. I know that you love to time up people, my boss, so that's why I'm being cautious. But I'll consider giving you moderation in the future. You don't really tune in to the streams much as well, so not sure if giving you mod would really be helpful in for the reason that moderators are important. Um, but yeah, I'll consider it. Anyways, about to hit the 90-minute mark. But yeah, as I said, I don't want to repeat myself, but big up to you, Bobby, for tuning in. My boss and Jesus is King, and everybody else, Yan Carr, and everybody who was in the chat, probably listening and didn't comment. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and see you guys when I see you. Hopefully, we win against Leeds in the week on Tuesday. Yeah,